culminating celebration of the hard work and dedication you have put forth over the past 13 years. You are bright, driven, compassionate, gritty young adults who are destined for greatness. Take the time to reflect on the fond memories that you have made. Reflect on the lasting friendships that you have established. Reflect on the lessons that you have learned. I encourage you to take the time to thank those individuals who have helped you to get to this point in your lives. To the parents, grandparents, siblings, aunts, uncles, teachers, and friends who have been there to lend a helping hand or a word of advice, we applaud each and every one of you. Class of 2014, you have lived out our school vision in such powerful ways. You have demonstrated integrity. Remember, your character is who you are when no one else is watching. You have developed 21st century thinking skills by collaborating with peers, practicing problem solving, and making tough decisions. You have become self-advocates by seeking to understand and by reaching out to teachers when you have questions or concerns. You have engaged in a rigorous academic program by taking full advantage of the wide variety of course offerings and excelling in them. We are in the midst of 20 National Merit Scholars, Siemens Award winners, and this class has earned the most scholarship offerings in the history of our exemplary high school, approximately $18 million. You have participated in extracurricular activities where you've raised thousands of dollars for charities, coordinated outstanding homecoming festivities for our entire community to benefit from, and you've won various athletic championships, such as the men's track team winning the Oakland County meet for the first time in our school's history just last Friday. You know that diversity is a strength by being champions of our school district pillar of social justice, by participating in speak out sessions sponsored by our Spud Club, and attending our first ever communication camp. The class of 2014 has maintained leadership courage. You have helped us to ensure that every Wildcat has a voice and their perspectives matter. You have taken full advantage of the world-class education that has been afforded to you, and you are ready for the next chapter in your lives. In your next chapter, may you have the strength, the hope, and the wherewithal to maximize your full potential. When you find something that you love to do, you will never work a day in your life. When you find yourself getting chills while working to accomplish a task, you will know right then and there, in that very moment, that that is what you were made for. I have the utmost confidence in each of you that you will be able to live out the legacy of Novi High School by being positive contributors to society. In honor of Novi standing for number 6, I'd like to share with you the following 6 tips. Number 1, stay in touch with the people who matter to you most. Number 2, spend more time listening and interacting with people than you do with machines. Number 3, do more than what is required. Number 4, trust your instincts. Number 5, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And number 6, believe that your best days are in front of you, not behind you. Class of 2014, you will always hold a special place in the hearts of all who have watched you develop from infancy, childhood, to young adulthood. Always remember that once a Wildcat, always a Wildcat. Get ready to roar, class of 2014. We will now begin the ceremony with our Vice President of Student Council, Jay Kim.
Good evening, members of the class of 2014, parents, families, and guests, Board of Education members, Superintendent Dr. Matthews, and the Novi Community School District administrators. My name is Jay Kim, and I'm the Vice President of the class of 2014. On behalf of the class officers, I thank you all for being here this evening. My fellow graduates, tonight marks the end of 4 years of dedication, achievements, challenges, and the struggle of waking up before 7 every morning. Through our excelling academics, athletics, and fine arts, we have made our mark at Novi High School as the best class to pass through. So as you walk tonight and receive your diploma, remember the times you've had. And also keep in mind that this graduation is not the end, it's just the beginning. So before we begin the ceremony, it is my distinct honor to introduce our stage guests. Starting with the back row from my right, Principal of Novi Woods, Mr. David Yashshree. Principal of Novi Middle School, Ms. Stephanie Schreiner. Coordinator of Continuing and Adult Education, Ms. Linda Shinfiro. Director of Community Education, Mr. Bob Steve. Director of Student Services, Ms. Shaylee Patel. Assistant Superintendent of Academic Services, Mr. R.J. Weber. Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources, Ms. Carol Diglio. Assistant Superintendent of Business and Operations, Mr. Steve Barr. Director of Student Growth and Accountability, Mr. Nick Kalakailo. Principal of Village Oaks Elementary, Ms. Sue Burnham. Now the front row, again beginning on my right. Class sponsor, Miss Marsha Reed. She's not here right now because of her track meet and she's coming late. Class Secretary, Andrew Yig. Board of Education Trustee, Mr. George Corwin. Board of Education Treasurer, Ms. Ann Glebzinski. Board of Education President, Mr. Dennis O'Connor. Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Steve Matthews. Principal of Novi High School, Ms. Nicole Carter. Class President, Akshay Bamsai. Board of Education Vice President, Ms. Bobby Murphy. Board of Education Trustee, Ms. Tracy Cadwell. Class Treasurer, Michael Chang. And class sponsor, Mr. Lee Bonner. Seated at the front of the stage, assisting our graduates, from my right, Assistant Principal, Mr. Charles Leclerc. Counselors, Ms. Kristen Corian and Ms. Ashley Greer. To my left, Interim Assistant Principal, Ms. Katie Dinkelman. Counselors, Ms. Sarah Lepard and Ms. Lori Ulch. Again, I thank you for being a part of our ceremony this evening. Now I will give it off to Akshay Bamsa.
Good evening, family, friends, administration, teachers, and most importantly, the class of 2014. My name is Akshay Bamsai, and it has been an honor and a humbling experience being your class president for the past 4 years. Unfortunately, today marks the end of our time at Novi High School. Although bittersweet, I think we can all agree that it's time to move on to the next phase of our lives. What we have achieved in the past 4 years is nothing to scoff at. In a few moments, we will be graduates of one of the best high schools, if not the best, in Michigan. Most definitely, we will be graduates of the best high school in the city of Novi, because we are Wildcats. But what is a Wildcat, and how do we, the class of 2014, embody its bold and tenacious spirit? We are prepared to face the challenges of academics, relationships, time, and life in general. Stellar teachers at Novi have guided us through numerous challenges. They're excellent teachers, but they are even better mentors. They truly give us all the support necessary to succeed inside and outside the classroom. This year, I took Finance 1. I took it because I wanted to venture into a subject I hadn't taken in the past. I also wanted a less stressful class. Little did I know, this would be one of the most significant classes in my high school career. I learned things I will need for the future. I learned about a 401k, IRAs, diversification, asset allocation, and numerous others. However, these were not the most important things I learned under Mr. Curry. He taught me to be a better person. Mr. Curry taught me to be honest and integral in society. By doing so, we can be better people, do good for others, and find happiness. I'm truly grateful, and I'm sure I speak for many others in the class of 2014 when I express my gratitude to Mr. Curry and numerous other teachers who have made a significant impact on our lives. One of the best qualities of a Novi Wildcat is that we take chances. This past year, I took a chance. For 3 years, I had heard about the hype and realism surrounding DECA. DECA is an organization devoted to teaching students how to utilize marketing strategies and networking. I wanted to be a part of something so significant. I had no previous experience in the marketing subject, and my only goal was to make it to the state conference. To my surprise, and many of my classmates, I managed to sweep the competition in my events flight at regionals and earn a spot at the state conference in Detroit. At states, I was a runner-up to make it to internationals. I'm still bitter about it, but it only fuels my motivation. DECA opened up new roads for me to pave, and I now have an idea of what I want to pursue in my future. I'm not the only one who has had an experience like this. Many of us have come across similar experiences in high school and found a calling. Some found it freshman year, others like me found it senior year. Whenever it is never too late to take a chance. The class of 2014 will continue to take chances, whether it's joining clubs, jobs, or even relationships. Odds increase significantly when we make the first move ourselves. At Novi, success is not an objective, it is an expectation. I can say for certain that the class of 2014 has followed through on this expectation. In the crowd this evening, we have multiple state champions. We have representation from girls soccer, ice hockey, boys tennis, and pom. However, our success is not only limited to athletics. We have numerous state champions from clubs including DECA and HOSA, which boast numerous state champions in its inaugural year at Novi. The fine arts continue their long tradition of success. The band and orchestra are some of the finest programs in the state. Our theater productions never fail to disappoint. This year, Seussical the Musical was incredible, and our seniors were shining stars. There's just too much talent in our class. Also, Michigan's high school news leader just so happens to be located in the old wing of Novi High School. I seriously cannot thank the Cat's Eye News enough for keeping me updated on numerous deadlines I would have otherwise missed. I also can't forget to mention one of the best journalism departments in the state. The Wildcat Roar literally swept MIPA this past year from leadership of multiple seniors. They produce high quality and intriguing articles. I just wish they had a weekly edition. We also have one of the best yearbook staffs in the state as well. They work tireless hours and will continue to do so in the next few weeks to bundle up all of our memories into one book. Not many see the work they put into the yearbooks, but I can tell you, they do not have a lot of free time. Finally, we have some of the state's most honorable students in the audience tonight. Wildcats will be representing our school at the Air Force Academy and West Point. These are two of the finest military institutions in the nation, and the effort put into gaining admission for these students was mentally draining and physically demanding. Novi is sending 2 students who embody our nation's best to continue to defend the values we cherish. The class of 2014 Wildcats will continue to find success in future endeavors. Starting tonight, all of us will move on to various places. Forever, we will be Wildcats, and the lessons and characteristics we have attained will remain. We will continue to be beacons in society and mold it in a better way because we know the Novi way. We will be prepared, willing, and a model of excellence because we know that it is the only way to make a difference. Class of 2014, it has been an incredible honor. Let's shock the world. Forever go Wildcats.